manufacturer, so they use the same color coding. Okay?
Oh, right here.
One top of the kidney and on the bottom.
This is what they call it here is a renal lobule, also known as a nephron. Okay. Okay. Looking at this, what do we have here? That's green.
The glomerulus capsule. Bowman's capsule.
Let me correct you. I'm sorry, not correct you. Let me correct myself on the question. What is the outer layer of this called? Bowman's capsule or the glomerular capsule? Okay. The green.
The green.
Okay. And you see it's depicted here, right here, the cross section, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do we have inside?
The capillary.
Glomerular. We have the glomerular apparatus or the glomerulus. One or the other. Use that term.
Oh,
Glomerular apparatus or glomerular, the glomerulus. Sorry. Don't throw me off like that. Glomerulus or the glomerular apparatus. Either one will work.
Okay.
Glomerular capsule is the outer layer here. Okay. You have the eggshell, you have the yolk, and the white in it. Okay, same thing, best analogy. Okay, so we're using this as cross-reference.
And
So
just be the capillaries, right?
What's that?
This thing would just be the capillaries.
It's the glomerular apparatus or the glomerulus. Just use these two terms. Capillaries run all the way across here. Okay, so I don't want to start mixing up terms where they shouldn't be used. Okay, so we've got the glomerulus here, and I'm referring to the whole entity, including what's inside. Okay, we have this whole convoluted area called the proximal convoluted tubule. And you're not going to put PCT because that's wrong. You're getting an NC on there.
Okay.
Okay? So be sure you write proximal convoluted tubule. And one reason why I'm asking you to write it out is between a D and a P, it's very similar to each other. So if you do a quarter, just fudging it, I know.
Pink.
The pink one is a proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so we got it. It loops, comes around. It comes down here. And this is known as what type of segment?
Descending limb.
The descending limb. Descending segment, the thick segment.
Thick segment, right.
Okay, from here going here is the thin segment. Thin segment. Then this is the thick segment, which is also
Ascending limb.
ascending limb. If I put a tag here, let's say A and A, and I say, what is this region between the letter A, then you would tell me it's the appendage, okay, or the renal loop.
Or the renal loop. Same.
If you put it here,
Between.
A here and A here.
And
Okay.
ask you what's in between.
If I ask you what's in between, that means from here coming all the way down, all the way up here. Okay.
Are you gonna say what loop is this? Or
I may ask that, okay, because there are a lot of questions on this one anyway. Okay, I think I have 8 questions
I like that
for
one.
identification. Now,
This one?
think what? I'm lying? I'm not.
And
Okay, so we've got the loop. This is ascending. It comes up here, and then we've got the nice convoluted groove here, which is the distal convoluted tubule. Now, right here, what is this called? In pink,
proximal
proximal convoluted tubule.
Sorry.
Okay, right here. Proximal convoluted tubule, proximal convoluted tubule, proximal convoluted tubule under the capillary bed. Okay? Now the reason why I'm informing you about this is, again, it has to do with the flow of urine formation. So the first bit of convoluted tubules that it flows through is proximal. Has no relationship with where on the nephron it is. We're not talking about distance, anatomical distance. From distal to proximal. That's not the case. I can ask you this. This would be proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, proximal convoluted tubule. Okay?
So if you point it to this, would you want descending or thick
If
segment?
I ask you, what is this segment? Tell
Okay,
me
you
it
put
is the
thick.
descending
Oh.
thick segment.
Okay, descending.
So
Thick
the
segment.
Descending and the ascending both have thick segments,
Yes.
but the thin segment is part of the D.
Or is it just descending or what?
I thought
Would
this
you
is
call
the
this
descending.
descending?
Don't go there. Just know it as the thin segment, because if you take a look here, this one is thin all the way around coming up here.
Oh, okay.
So there's no correlation with ascending to descending.
So just say thin or thick.
Thin or thick in that one. Okay. All right. Okay, we got that. Okay, so from the distal convoluted tubule, it's going to drain out here. This is known as the,
Connecting the.
very good, the arch connecting tubule. Nice try. Okay. This is called the arch connecting tubule. It arches, comes over. This is another one.
So it's arch.
It's arching. Okay, think of the golden arches.
Arching, collecting, or arch collecting?
Arch connecting tubule,
Oh,
and this is a
connecting.
tubule.
Arc connecting.
Before it goes into the collecting depth.
No, it's not even close to the collecting depth yet, because number 12 is collecting tubule.
Tubule, I mean tubule.
Well, we don't need to know that, do we? But how come it says 12?
Tubule.
Sorry.
It has to be tubule because it's reading.
Understand? Okay, if you use it to change it, make it tubule.
Number
For the very reason that tubule refers to something smaller than a duct. Okay? So it goes from a collecting tubule here,
Distal convoluted tubule.
distal convoluted tubule, to collecting tubule. This whole segment coming down is known as the collecting tubule. Okay? So connecting tubule, collecting tubule.
Connecting.
Okay.
Like connect forehead with the yellow one.
Connecting tubule to collecting tubule here.
This whole thing is collecting tubule.